Hello and welcome to Nattys Crafts. Today the video is a little bit longer than I was hoping, so let's go ahead and just get right into it. Let's get crafting. We're going to make this cute little planter, which I'm using for pumpkins. And what I use is this Parkay flooring. My sister and I found this at an estate sale, like 2 full boxes of it for $5, so I bought it. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but this is going to be the first project. And all of the pieces are a little bit warped, just a little bit. I don't know if that's the way floor is supposed to be. I don't think so, but maybe that's why this was left over. So I'm just creating a box, basically, because I'm going to, in my mind, I was going to make a planter. It ended up not really holding flowers, but so I'm going to use both hot glue, wood hot glue and wood glue, and we're just going to fit this together. And it took me a minute to figure it out, how to make it stick on there properly, because they don't all just snap together. Obviously, they're supposed to be flat, snap together, not in a box. But we figured it out, made it work. And I put a tumbling tower block in the creases to help it stand up more sturdy. And it did end up being very sturdy, too. I let it set overnight, and everything was good. So the block helped, I think, and then the actual wood glue helped as well. And then we're going to work on the other side. So we're making 2 of these corners and then 1 for the bottom. So this is the other corner. There's the wood glue and then again the wood hot glue. And then just got to figure out how to make that sit together nicely. It's always, easier said than done, but I did figure it out. So that was good. And then after we're done with the 4 corners or the 4 sides, then we're going to work on putting the bottom on. And this was even more difficult because, of course, the pieces are all a little bit warped, so it's not a perfect square. So this was an interesting project. Let me just tell you that. It was interesting. It took me a couple tries, actually, to get the bottom to work out. I'm only showing you the one that actually worked, but it took me a couple tries to make this work. And I did end up letting it set overnight with some paint cans sitting on top just to make sure it was solid. And I'm just showing you the coloring. The color I don't like, so we are going to paint it. We're actually going to do a distressed look, if you can believe that, in one of my videos. But I'm going to paint it white. I'm going to leave it a little distressed looking. I'm not going to actually distress it. I'm just going to paint it very roughly, which will then make it look distressed. And so I'm just using the regular Waverly white chalk paint. And again, just a rough brush. Now you could paint it completely and then distress it, or you could paint a completely different color. Obviously this is where you get to make it your own. Now, how many of us have regular, this Parkay flooring at home? Probably none of us, but I do, so this is what I'm doing. But you could make this out of other just regular flat pieces of wood as well. And so we are going to paint all 4 sides, and I'm ending up doing the bottom as well, which you'll see that as well. I'm trying to speed this up. I'm sorry, people. I know you know how to paint, but sometimes it's just nice to see it actually happening, and it's not just magic. And then because the bottom is, again, I had problems with that bottom, so we're going to have to cover the corners or the sides up. First, however, we need to finish painting. So I'm going to put it, sitting up, and I'm going to finish the bottom or paint the bottom. And the bottom doesn't have to be as perfect, but I still want it to look good, obviously, because if someone were to lift it up, I don't want it to look crazy. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the large, or actually it's the giant craft sticks from Walmart. And we're going to make it look like a border type thing, almost like a crown molding. Well, what's on the floor? Whatever, the baseboard on the floor. That's what it's going to look like. And again, I'm going to use wood glue and wood hot glue to get this on there. And if you're making something like this where it is either going to hold some weight or you do want it to hang out for a while, you do definitely want to use wood glue, not just wood hot glue. I've found wood hot glue to still fall apart. So definitely do use regular wood glue as well. Or Surebonder or not Surebonder. I'm sorry, that's the brand. Whatever other glue you have. Here is where I'm actually painting this craft stick. So I painted it brown first to try to make it look like the Parkay flooring, and it actually did look very similar, so that was good. Oh, but this is funny. So I'm in a neighborhood that's brand new, so the houses are all brand new in the area. So there's a house, you can see where that truck is on the right side there. There's a house right to the left of that they're building. You can see the little porta potty and some wood there. So this guy pulls up in this truck, gets out of his truck, kind of searches around in the work site there, and just starts stealing wood. I was amazed. Like, I don't know, this probably doesn't amaze anyone else because this probably happens every day, but I've never actually watched someone steal something like this before. Now, I did not go out there and say, no, stop, don't do that. I guess I'm the bad neighbor for not doing that, but I'm too embarrassed. I could never do that. But here's a close-up. Look at him. Just stealing that wood, putting it in his truck, and leaving. That was so crazy to me. I don't know why that was so crazy. I probably shouldn't be recording this guy, but it was just amazing to me. You shouldn't be stealing, so therefore I can record if you can steal. How about that? But anyway, I'm not sure why I'm even sharing this. This is kind of stupid. Totally off topic here. But that's my life. Totally off topic. Anyway, so back to the craft. So then after I've painted the craft stick brown, then we're going to distress it. Again, just a rough paint job will do. But you do want to make sure, though, that you're doing the sides and the ends because those can be seen. And then I'm going to glue that on. But then I'm going to use this Dollar Tree Thanksgiving, whatever this is, decoration, I guess. It's supposed to be like a kid's art project. But I think it's cute, so we're going to use it here. And what we're going to do is just make it look how I want it to look, not real kidsy, but a little bit more grown-up-ish. So I'm going to use some of their paints, some of my own paints. The orange I actually liked. It was kind of a bright orange, and amazingly, somehow I actually really liked it. I'm sorry, I'm very much a neutral person. So grays, whites, blues, dark purples, very neutral, very, very simple, monotone. But anyway, I love this orange. It was just bright orange. It was great. And once we've got the whole picture painted, which I'll show you that at the end, we're going to fill our little planter box up with some paper because it is kind of large. So we want to fill up that space because I don't want to use a bunch of pumpkins to fill it up. And then I'm going to put some moss. This is from the Dollar Tree, I believe, I'm guessing. And just fill it up so you can't see all of the paper. And then I'm going to use one of the pumpkins that I decorated earlier in the year. And then I'm going to use a couple Dollar Tree pumpkins. And then these little things came off of, I don't know if you've seen my video with where I picked up that wreath from Walmart on clearance. But that's where those 3 pieces came from. And then I'm just going to arrange it to the way I like it. Move stuff around a little bit. And I think I'm happy with that. And that's how it looks. And I chose a blue truck because that's about the only color I have in my house. So that was fun. And then the orange, of course. And I thought the blue and orange looked good together. And then those pumpkins, I love the color of the pumpkins in the box. And then I put it on one of the napkins that I actually have in the living room. That's it. That was fun, right? Thanks so much for stopping by today. I do appreciate it. I would love it if you'd leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the guy across the street stealing the wood. Is that crazy or is that just me being overly dramatic? Anyway, tell me about that. Leave a comment below. Give me a big thumbs up. And if you'd subscribe, I'd appreciate it the most. And do always remember that you must appreciate today because tomorrow is never promised. Thanks so much for stopping by.